Welcome to the Football Show with Neeraj and Yash. Today we're discussing the Premier League top four race. This determines which clubs play in the UEFA Champions League next season. The two Manchester clubs, City and United, are already through in first and second place, respectively. But what we do have is a three-club shootout for the third and the fourth spots. Neeraj, your club is one of these three. How do you feel going into the final day?
Thanks, Yash. I did not expect to be in this position. As in Liverpool, I did not expect Liverpool would be here. The way we were playing about 10 games or so behind, 10 games or so back, we were struggling, not able to pick up wins, not even able to fight. And Chelsea and Leicester were well ahead of us at that point of time. So pretty good that we have made it this far, and the hopes of us getting into the Champions League lies in our hands. We just need a win going into the final game, and that's a pretty good position to be in, considering that we're not playing one of those major teams in the top 10 going into the final day.
Yeah, and it's just been a fantastic recovery from Liverpool. I mean, just highlighting the point, and there has been no shortage of insane moments in the title run-up. What's your favorite memory? What's your favorite memory of? I know what it is, but tell me about it. Walk me through it.
So, knowing that we needed 3 wins to go with our 3 games, again, all 3 of them were not the top 10 sides. We were playing a relatively easy game, and we were struggling to beat West Bromwich Albion. And going into literally the final kick of the game, Alisson steps up with that header. The goalkeeper scoring a goal in the final moment of the game with the header. That was just absolutely stunning. I was literally on the floor, irritated with the performance, with us squandering chance after chance. And then final moment of the game, Alisson came up with that goal. My goodness, I was just screaming at the top of my voice that day. And that's literally kept us still in the race for the top 4.
Absolutely. What a goal that was. I mean, I just saw Alisson getting into the box, and I was just thinking, okay, this is just going to be a normal thing where, one of them doesn't get their head to it, or West Brom are going to clear it, because it's beyond added time. I mean, it's 90 plus 4 and it's 94.12 on the clock. This is Sergio Ramos-esque, but with a Brazilian flavor to it. I mean, it's just incredible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, and a goalkeeper. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I mean, we were pretty poor that day with all our corners. We were getting in outswingers all through the day, and finally Trent stepped up with an in-swinging corner. Our main man was Nat Phillips, and it missed Nat Phillips' head and landed right on Alisson's head. And don't take the credit away from the header. That was a really, really good header, especially coming from a keeper. So that was pretty incredible. And we went on, won the next game as well. Now it's in our hands, a win in the final game, and we're through. We just need that final game to go in our way, and then we're through. Leicester has too much to do to catch up with us. They're 3 goals behind us in terms of goal difference. So a win and we're through. That's the great part of it.
Right. That's great. What do you think about Leicester and Chelsea? Who's going to take the final spot? We know it. We were hoping, or we know that Liverpool are in the driver's seat. So what do you think about Leicester and Chelsea now?
So again, I feel Chelsea is also in the driver's seat because it's in their hands. Leicester needs to either beat Spurs by a huge margin, which is not easy going into the final game, because Spurs also is fighting for a European spot, albeit a Europa League spot and not the Champions League spot that they would have wanted. But Leicester has a lot to do to catch up with Liverpool. They will hope for results to go in their way. Chelsea has it in their hands at the end of the day because they just need a win and they're through, just like us. But the problem for Chelsea is they will also have their minds set on the Champions League final, which is a week later. And that could definitely prove to be a distraction. That is one point. The second point is they're facing Aston Villa. Aston Villa has been in good form in the recent past with Grealish coming back. They're starting to find their mojo. So it's not going to be an easy game. So expect some entertainment.
Absolutely. Watkins just shows up in these big games, and I mean, he's just been brilliant for Aston Villa this season. So yeah, I mean, it's not going to be easy for Chelsea either. But yeah, I think for Leicester, it's a case of touch and go again. I mean, last season it was a shootout with United, which they lost, and then now I mean, I don't know. I don't understand how they managed to blow it, because they were, I think, 10 or 12 points clear with 5 games prior to this one. So I mean, it's just, but one team's loss is another team's gain, I think. And yeah, so both, I think we both agree here that Chelsea and Liverpool are going to take the final two places, and we're
No,
going to see
I
these
did
two
not say
clubs
that. I
play
did
in
not
the
say that. I meant that these two teams have it in their hands, but do stay tuned for a lot of fireworks on the final day. I'm not saying that Chelsea and Liverpool are going to have it easy. I'm sure there are going to be lots of twists and turns on the final day, like it always
especially
is.
especially since Liverpool play Crystal Palace and a certain Christian Benteke is in the opposition lineup.
And we know the Cristangol episode as well. Though we're playing at home this time, but our home has not been a fortress this season. That's another point. We will have the fans finally. After we lifted the title last year, we finally have fans, but we don't have the title to play for this time around. But I think the fans would definitely help, even though we're playing Crystal Palace. But it's definitely going to be a roller coaster ride for all three teams. I think there's going to be a lot of excitement on the final day. So I'm still not sure on which of the two teams will get through, but I think Chelsea and Liverpool should have just about enough. But it will be a close fight, I think, for sure.
Thanks, Neeraj. That's it from us for the build up to the final game of the Premier League season. See you on the other side. Take care.
Thank you.